You know, it's actually astonishing how many people are actually dying from diseases that can actually be prevented, right, by dietary changes. Now, my name is Marcus. This is Discover Ignite, where we discover possibilities and ignite change. And today I'm actually doing a book review on a book called How Not to Die by Dr. Greger. So sit back, relax, and let's get this book review started. Now, 15 leading causes of death claim 1.6 million Americans annually. Now, all this could be prevented by dietary changes. Now, Dr. Greger, I must say, I do thoroughly enjoy his information, right? He actually has a site called nutritionfacts.org where he goes over a lot of stuff, right? He has tons of free content on there about your dietary habits, right? And this book goes over a lot of those 15, causes of death, and essentially tells you what you can do, what kind of plant-based items you should be eating to prevent a lot of these diseases. And this is where I love this book, right? Because after reading this book, I went to his website and then I started looking at going through a bunch of his content because it is really good. A lot of his things, a lot of things you don't think about. And with all the new research with the, gut bio and free radicals, right? We get all these free radicals from our environment and trying to combat a lot of those free radicals, because a lot of those free radicals are essentially like rabid cells, right? That essentially speed up perhaps cancer cells or whatever else in your body, but you can prevent this stuff by essentially eating plant-based items, right? Now, a lot of it isn't 100% like it's not vegan, it's not paleo, it's not all these different things, right? But both veganism and the paleo diet, right, they try to go more close to nature, and that's what essentially this book about is being plant-based. Plant-based is only eating those things that come from the ground, right? And allowing yourself and seeing the benefits of what a plant-based diet can actually do to your body and prevent all these diseases, right? And prevent you from having to get on all this medication. This is also a big reason why I myself become plant-based, because of this fact, because of the fact that it's allowing me to feel young again, right? At my age, and I'm 37 and I feel younger than I did when I was like 27, right? And there's reason for this, right? Because plants have actually helped us recover better, right? Help us combat these free radicals in our body. And again, this book goes over a lot of that stuff. And it's not just facts, right? Because I know a lot of people, they don't want to listen to fact books. I know sometimes I have to take a break from fact books, right? And it's not one of those books, right? It's really insightful. And there's just something about like Dr. Greger that's really intriguing, right? And he makes it kind of entertaining, right? And his approach, right, and his presentation, and this book, goes over tons of stuff, and his website has tons of stuff about plant-based diet. And I know he's made a cookbook on this as well, as far as eating a plant-based diet. And I think there's just so many benefits to this. And I myself have always talked about perspective, right, and understand that you need to really be open. Now, a lot of people say they're open-minded, but when specific, I would say, tag words that come up, people get turned off real quick, right? Like now, if I say vegan, a lot of people get turned off by that. But plant-based is something that's different, right? Plant-based is eating everything essentially from the ground, right? That's come from the ground. And this essentially, gives people that opportunity, right? If you can maintain yourself on a plant-based diet, you can essentially live for a much longer time, right, in your life, because a lot of people are passing away way too early in their lives, where if you adopted this diet early in your life, you can live a very, healthy lifestyle, as opposed to worrying about, perhaps cancer and stuff like this. And a lot of people, they will say, yeah, there's no cure for cancer, but there are cells, right? And it does go over in this book, right? There are cells that, essentially start the whole, cancer from spreading and everything. But you can actually, prevent that, right? Prevent the spread by, quarantining it, by doing going on a plant-based diet and seeing the power of a plant-based diet, because I myself have seen the power of the plant-based diet. Now I must say I've never had cancer, never battled cancer, and I'm not really trying to go down that realm here, right? But what I'm saying is I have a lot of chronic pain. I've had a lot of, different health issues, right, with my heart and everything, and I've went plant-based and I've felt tremendously different, right? Like my energy level's gone through the roof, where before I didn't feel that, right? Before I was not at all like that. Before I was groggy and it was a task just to get through the day, right, without feeling like garbage all the time. And yes, if I would have ate a little bit better, that would have helped, but ultimately if you can adopt a plant-based diet, that you feel young again, right? Like it's the fountain of youth. And this book essentially proves that. It goes through all these different things and again discuss all the different, the 15 different things that are the leading cause of death in America. And you can really see it, right? He gives good facts about it. He shows you the foods that you can eat, adapt into your diet that will help you. And the biggest thing here is to understand that a lot of people don't transition into this diet until they are, looking down that barrel, right? That you're going to be on medication, or that you're on multiple different medications, or, for whatever reason, and then they try to adopt this diet. And depending on where you're at, it can help, right? But ultimately you want to be adopting this diet, the sooner the better, right? Essentially is what you want to do, because the longer you're maintaining it at the earliest time in your life, the better results you'll get, right? Ultimately. And I myself am coming to that age where I need to take better care of myself. And so I adopted this plant-based diet and really seeing the benefits of it. And so that's just essentially what this book goes over. And again, it's a phenomenal book. It's good for anybody. It's good for anybody to really understand their dietary choices and why incorporating more, leafy greens and seeds and nuts and the stuff from the earth is actually extremely, extremely important, right, for your health. And to keep you mentally sharp, to keep you energized, to keep you, at your peak performance, right? You don't have to be an endurance athlete or anything like that. You just keep you running smoothly on a day-to-day basis, right? And that's ultimately what it is. Now, as far as any cons of the book, I don't have any cons to this book. Dr. Greger, I love Dr. Greger, and he's got, again, some great information on this particular book. Now, I don't know if he has any other books. I know, like I said, he has a website, which is nutritionfacts.org. And again, he has tons of great information on there as well. So if you guys want to actually read this book, I'll put it down in the description for you guys. And also, if you did enjoy this video, remember to hit that like button on the way out. And until next time, I will see you guys later.